What's up, everyone? Colby Cheese here. Been a little bit since my last video. Talk about that later, but for now, I've got an awesome game to show you guys. This is called Rogue Legacy, and as you can see, I've actually beat the game 4 times already. Now I'm on quest number 4, or I guess new game plus 4. Let's go ahead and jump into this one and check it out so you guys can take a look. So this is actually a roguelike platforming game. And when a game says roguelike, that essentially means that generally the levels are randomized. And also, on top of being randomized, you generally, when you die, you pretty much die for good and you have to start all the way over, in a sense. Okay, so in this game's particular case, you don't necessarily start over all the way. You do keep some progress. So you'll notice at the top left, up here, right there, it says that I'm level 339. Each time I die, and let me just show you this real quick. I'm going to go to this castle, give him all my money, pretty much, for the most part. And once you get into this castle, you'll see you can break some stuff, get some gold. That's pretty much what this game's about. Collecting the loot. And by loot, mostly gold, and then you can find some gear, and I'll show you the gear in a second. So let's go in here and let's die real quick. Why not? Let's die. It's going to be a little bit hard to die. Let's fight some... Okay, there we go. Stand on these spikes. Let's let these guys hit me. I am pretty tough right now. I've got a paladin. I can actually do some cool stuff. I can turn into a statue if I wanted to. That makes it hard to die. Watch this. Turn into a statue. That can't hurt me. Boom! I'm a bad mofo. But I'll die in just a second. I actually have a lot of health, lots of armor. I've leveled myself up quite a bit. But I have been playing this game for a very long time. So there you go. Lady Sonia, the 15th, has been slain by a spike trap. And then there's her parting words right there. So you can actually go through here, and you're going to have to choose a new heir. Okay? You can see right here, all of these are my previous children that have died before her. Lady Henrietta, the legendary barbarian queen, the feeble paladin, the determined lich king, the legendary assassin, the valiant barbarian queen, the useless paladin, which was the last one because I just ran in and died. So, whenever you choose a new person or whatever, you can decide on their class. So you'll see I've got the archmage, the barbarian king, and the spelunker. And they all have little traits associated with them. This one's bald. Okay? This is a bald chick. This Barbarian King has Dextrocardia, meaning that my mana and HP pools are swapped, which would be terrible for Barbarian King, by the way, because Barbarian has a lot of health and very little mana, so I would pretty much die very fast. But if I had a good spell, I can cast a lot of spells. Let's see, this one can throw axes, this one has a sword spell, this one has little scythes I can throw. So the Spelunker is gay. Fan of the man, huh? So that's the only down trait, is this one. The Spelunker, it's pretty much a class with less than normal stats, but they get a lot of gold from killing enemies, so it's good for farming. Let's go ahead and grab the Spelunker. Now this is my skill tree, essentially, and you'll notice I've got a lot of maxed out skills already. Of course, by the 4th playthrough, you would expect that. Lots of them that are not maxed out. I've maxed out some crit chance. I've unlocked all the classes. I can even play a dragon, a half-man, half-dragon class, which, whoop, kind of secretly up here. I never even noticed it until almost the very, very end of my first playthrough. I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, a dragon. Pretty cool. And, there's lots of cool stuff. You can upgrade your mana, your damage. You can upgrade how much money you get. You can upgrade something here that gives you a chance to defy death at the very end of your life. Armor, your ability to equip more armor, and pretty much a lot of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff. So nothing to upgrade here. I have no money. I died with a very small amount of gold in my pocket. So let's jump out of there, and here we go once again in our little pre-castle time here. And you can attack this little dummy. It tells you how much damage you're going to do. You'll notice if you were paying attention earlier in the game, my last class, my paladin was doing considerably more damage. And you've got a blacksmith here, which shows you all the armor that you've unlocked, which it took me a while to unlock, by the way, because you have to go find these chests when they're randomized, and you have to go find the chest, and then they'll unlock one piece of gear at a time. So I'm pretty much equipped with the best gear that you can get so far. I've got this sword with lots of extra crit damage. I've got a helm that gives me a ton of extra health and mana. Sometimes I actually like to equip the Slayer helm, which gives me more damage as well. But we'll stick with what I've got. You can equip armor that gives you lots of armor, I guess, or armor with a little bit less armor and more damage. We've got some cool things here. Why am I wearing that? That's actually not that good. Let's put this on, shall we? Slayer limbs. Okay, a cape here with air jump. Oh, by the way, I can jump lots of times in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can jump 4 times in the air because of that cape. Gives me 2 jumps. And I've got an enchantress here. You can equip certain little runes. So I've got one that lets me do this whoop, air dash like this, or just a dash in general. It doesn't have to be in the air. And I've got one here that makes the enemies harder, which gives me more gold as well. And I've got one that makes enemies harder again, and makes enemies harder again. So essentially trying to make the game a little bit more difficult for myself. And then a cape that gives me the air jump, like I said. So let's go in here and let's try and fight some guys. I don't even remember. I guess we'll find out. I don't remember which boss I'm at. Yeah, that's that guy right there that laughs at me is named Sharon, and he generally takes all your money whenever you join. I've got a skill that makes me give him a little bit less, but for the most part, it's all my money every time you join. So you have to spend all your money before you go into the thing. This door right here is the door to the final boss. In order to fight him, you have to beat 4 other guardians first. You'll see I beat the first one here. It's lit up. So I've got 3 more. This is the kind of the general map of where the different areas are going to be. Even though everything's randomized, the tower, the Maya, is always up the top, the forest is always to the right, and the dungeon is always to the bottom. You'll see they're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4 in level of difficulty. Now, at this point, pretty much everything is as hard as it's going to get. Oh my god. So you'll see this guy here, this McRib is what he's called. Just throws out tons of little bones at me. But pretty much all the hardest enemies, for the most part, are going to be all throughout the dungeon already, since I'm already in New Game Plus 4. And at this point, I've gotten fairly good at dodging most of the attacks, that they send out. Whenever I first started playing this game, it was extremely difficult. Also, you don't start off with very much health at all, so you don't even have a chance to take many hits. Oh god, I'm already getting wrecked. Oh crap. Oh man, it's gonna be hard for me to play this game and commentate to you guys. Let's see how well I actually do here. Oh, these eyeballs I hate because they can jump, or they can shoot through walls and stuff. There we go, took them out. Best way to deal with those guys is stand still while they shoot, and then you can dodge through their firing range. But I've already pretty much screwed myself here. Those paintings were the bane of me pretty much the entire game. Because not only do they kind of trick you sometimes, you don't realize that they're paintings, but they do this little thing, they kind of go through the wall like that, and then they'll follow you around, and they're really hard. You can't knock them back. A lot of enemies you can actually knock back. Ouch. A lot of enemies you can actually knock back, and that makes it a lot easier for you to kill stuff. I've got 1 hit left. Didn't do too well this time, did I? Let's go this way. Try and find some chicken wings. Pretty much at this stage in the game, there is a way to heal yourself. In the first playthrough, you can have a cape that gives you like 10 health. Well, if you equip a bunch of armor, it reduces your total HP, but every time you kill an enemy, you'll get like 10 health. That's pretty much how you keep yourself alive in the first playthrough. But now, since I have so much health, 10 HP is nothing. I have to rely on getting chicken wings, and chicken wings give you health based on a percentage of your max health. Oh god, that is a big no-no. I'm going to go this other way. I want to stay alive as long as possible here with the Spelunker, which doesn't look like it's going to be much longer, is it? So right now, I'm looking for chicken wings. And you can find chicken wings by breaking barrels, sometimes by killing enemies. But in this case, I'm not doing too well. Come on. Ah, there we go. Oh, good thing about the Spelunker, as you can see, he actually knows where all the chests are. So if I go to this double chest area, that's where the boss room is. That would be where you'll always get a chicken wing, I know that. Oh god. Okay, let's not go in that room. Oh no, that's not good. Well, that chicken wing gave me a lot of health, you see. I went from 11 up to like a little bit more than 43. But even then, oh, the spike got me. That was too bad. So I got slayed by the spike trap. I didn't think I was staying on it that long. Alright, well that is Rogue Legacy. It's really, really fun. Let's go ahead and go to another class here. I don't want Spelunk ahead again. A dragon. I can show you guys a dragon. But honestly, they're very hard. I'm going to try and choose... Oh, okay, we can do Lich King. Spell Sword. I like Spell Sword, but I don't like it with that. If I can get this spell on the Spell Sword, that would be awesome. The Spell Sword, every time I auto-attack, get my mana back. So I can just constantly attack this spell. I'm just going to go ahead and choose the Lich King to show you this ability, which is awesome. Very awesome. So here is the really cool spell. And you can just put it, and it's really useful for like running around and killing stuff. Now, I don't really like it so much unless it's on the Spell Sword. The Spell Sword has the ability to actually cast it in like a twice as good form, and it turns them really big, and they do like twice as much damage. And then, of course, you can get all your mana back. Now, the Lich King is got really crappy stats. You'll see my health is really low, but if I push Y, boop, then I go up to a lot more max mana, but I sacrifice some of my health. Now, I can get more health by killing creatures. And every time I kill a creature, I get more health. So the Lich King can potentially get quite a bit of health and quite a bit of mana. It's just very difficult to do so. Oh, God. These guys are... Oh, got killed in one hit. Yeah. Those... The Gladiators are very tough. So that was too bad. The Hokage cannot crit, but does a lot of base damage. Let's see. Let's see if I can get something good. I might just show you the dragon. The dragon is... Oh, no. Never mind. Spell Sword with the fire attack. Endomorph. I'm so heavy, enemies can't knock me back. I don't like that because it makes me a little bit bigger. Therefore, it's harder to dodge things. But here we go. So let's show you the Spell Sword. They even have a cool attack. Look at that. What? I'm sparkly. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. Let me show you this guy. I'm not going to do it, but this guy, you talk to him, and he'll lock the dungeon down. And so instead of it being randomized, you can actually get the same dungeon. So let's say you find the boss room, you want to just beat the boss rather than having to go back and find him all over again. Then you can lock the dungeon down and then use this teleporter and teleport to wherever the boss room was, and you can beat the boss that way. So that's nice. But the problem with that is that you will lose. Ouch. You will lose. You won't get as much gold from killing stuff on that run. And you also will not, there you go. You also will not, oh crap. Okay, you also will not be able to unlock chests that you've already unlocked. So basically, it's mostly good just for beating bosses, in my opinion. I don't know how else you would ever do it. Oh goodness, that guy almost came all the way down here for me. Let's pogo his head. Pogo is always fun. Well, I'm already taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to have to be very careful here. Hopefully find a bunch of chicken wings. But we'll see how that goes. Ouch. Damn you, McRib! You and your massive amounts of bones. Man, I am not doing so well here. It's been a while since I played this game. I played it really a lot in a row, but I didn't play it for the last 2 days, and I'm already rusty again. That's how hard the game is, though. Already rusty after like a day or two not playing, so... you can beat the game if you play it a lot. Oh, God. You can beat the game. Oh, Deathify! Get owned, son! Get owned. I'm back. Okay, he's coming. Okay, yeah, you can beat the game if you play it a lot in a day. But that's okay. It's still fun to play. You know, I'll probably keep this game installed and play it every once in a while for a while. Okay, we got to be very careful here. Oh, my God. What do I do? All right. So, yeah, I don't know. There's not much else to the game other than the bosses, which I don't think I'm even going to make it to a boss at this point. I keep dying, and so... the bosses are really cool, but they're very hard, as you would expect. But once you get the hang of them, they're not too bad. Oh, so this is another thing to show you. Fairy chest rooms. So in order to unlock the fairy chests... I'm probably going to die here. In order to unlock the fairy chests, you have to do these rooms. Sometimes they have objectives like don't take damage, or don't attack, or don't look at the chest. You know, you have to like go backwards with this little dash thing. Then you have to do these little challenges, and if you do them, you get one of the runes. Now, I've already unlocked all the runes, so now at this point, every fairy chest gives me a permanent upgrade to my stats. Now, luckily, I've got the little double jumps, and that makes that part a lot easier, but this is really hard at the very first of the game when you don't have extra jumps and extra dashes and things like that. So, like I said... Oh, crap! I didn't mean to hit my head on the wall. Okay. Well, hopefully you guys got a good sense of this game. It's extremely fun. It's one of my favorite games that I've played in a really long time. Even though it is very simple, it's just you jump in there, you die a lot, but there's a lot of cool little different classes you can play with and stuff like that. And yeah, I think you guys will enjoy it. Paladin is probably my favorite, but I'm giant this time. I think you guys will enjoy it if you pick it up. It's on Steam. I think it's fairly cheap actually, and you know, give it a shot. Give it a go. I keep forgetting to use my money. Let's see. What can I use my money on here? Let's use my money on some damage. Oh, I don't have much. Okay. Anyways, give it a shot. And if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Sorry about the lack of videos lately. Should be putting some more stuff up. Also, I have been streaming a lot. That's another reason. So go check out my stream at twitch.tv. And thank you guys. I'll see you around next time. Scope Cheese. Peace out.